Well, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Sister Girl on Films. And y'all, I kind of debated on whether or not I was going to discuss this film, Honk for Jesus, Save Your Soul. Because initially I feel like I didn't think I had too many thoughts about it. But then as I sat with it, I realized I do have thoughts. So Honk for Jesus, Save Your Soul stars Regina Hall and Sterling K. Brown. Casting on point. The two of them together was just a pairing that I didn't know I needed, but I did not want it to end. Like, they had amazing chemistry. I don't know what it is about Sterling K. Brown, but he plays a husband so well. Like, that's like his niche. Sterling K. Brown and Regina Hall played Trinity and Lee Curtis Childs. They are disgraced First Lady pastor duo from a mega church in Atlanta, obviously fictional. And there's some sort of scandal. We're not told immediately up front what happened, but there's a scandal that has happened. They have lost all credibility. Their reputation is in the mud. So they are trying to win their congregation back. The Childs feel like it is their ordained destiny to save the souls of the people of the metro Atlanta area, okay? So the film is shot in like a mockumentary type style. So if you're familiar with The Office, that type of style. So the Childs, they are filming a documentary about their rise back to the top. And so as a viewing audience, we're seeing the production of this documentary. We're almost watching a film within a film, which I really liked. Overall, my thoughts about this film, I really enjoyed it. The movie is going to make a lot of people feel uncomfortable because black folks and their religion, honey, they don't like to be criticized. They don't like to have that type of conversation. Hell, just a couple weeks ago, pastors were having whole sermons about Church Girl on Beyonce's album, a song. And we're saying how she shouldn't be making a song called Church Girl. Bitch, what? So I think because of that, and I think it takes a very comedic look at that world and kind of like that subculture in the black community, that some people, it might rub them the wrong way. But then I also think on the other end of that spectrum, there will be people who are not very religious, who might not really have the best connection with the church and might think that this is a very churchy film and might not support it because of that. I'm here to tell you right now, it is not. And if you are not a very churchy person, you haven't been to church in a long time, I promise you, you will enjoy it, okay? It takes a satirical look at the church. Like I said, it is a dark comedy, so there are going to be moments of discomfort, but you're gonna laugh because it's not, I don't want to say it's making a mockery. I don't want to say that. But also, let me say this. What is wrong with saying that there's a film that makes these predatory preachers and pastors the butt of the joke? So F that. I'm going to say that. It does. It makes a mockery of these fools. Because you know what? No, I done got mad now that I thought about it. You know what? Because a lot of these preachers sit up in the pulpit and they got all these demons, all these secrets. And even in this film, our main character, Lee Curtis, I love the way they wrote his character because there's a part of you that is like, this Negro ain't no good. He ain't shit. But then there's another part of you that's like, but damn, I kind of feel bad for bruh. But I don't want to feel bad for you. But damn, I kind of feel bad for you. And so I feel like that really speaks to how people might look at these pastors and of these mega churches and who are doing this, what do they call it? Like the financial prosperity gospel, like this type of stuff where they are flashing their money, that they're doing it in our face. Like they are in the pulpit and they're talking about how much money they have in their private jets. Of course, I'm talking about the mega church pastors, not the corner store pastors. Although anyway, get me started. But how they will have all this wealth and be flashing all this stuff, pulling up to the church in G-Wagons and Range Rovers and all this other stuff. Meanwhile, your parishioners are struggling and can barely pay their bills, but yet nobody really questions that. And so I think that they did a really good job in this film because this is what Lee Curtis was doing. But me as an audience member, I'm like, dang, I really feel bad for them. dang, all these scenes in this beautiful mansion, and I really want him. Like, why am I rooting for this man? And so I think that because sometimes people get butthurt and be in their feelings, that people might not give this movie a chance, because like I said, either one, they're gonna feel some kind of way, feeling like they're being made a mockery of, being, you know, a black Christian, which I don't think that's what this film was doing at all. I think the film was making a mockery of the people who deserve to be mocked but continue to be protected because of this idolization of them that really shouldn't be happening. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't no good, some of them, and they showing y'all they ain't no good, but for whatever reason they don't lose the mega churches. But anyway, it is a dark comedy. It is satire. It's a mockumentary. I think that if you go into it understanding that that's what this movie is, and with it being a dark comedy, there will be comedic moments, but then the element of a dark comedy is that there's that dramatic element underneath there. And there are some really hard moments to watch with Trinity Childs, who is played by Regina Hall, you know, and what she's experiencing as the first lady of the church, and her embarrassment in this scandal, and how people view her, and how her trying to stand by her man regardless, and he might not be a piece of a man, but he's still my piece of a man. You know how some women do. And I really felt for her character. But then there were other moments where I'm like, girl, you ain't no better than what he is. But then really you are kind of hurting and you don't want to admit to that. So I felt like the duality in their characters really worked well in this film. And it's one of those movies I feel like you're going to have to watch it again. You're going to have to watch it, sit with it, and then go back to it. And I think, you know, after a second viewing, you really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it after the first viewing. It wasn't perfect. But black folks for a long time have been saying, we want something else. We don't want the same movie. We don't want to just see biopics. We don't want to see slave movies. We don't want to see black trauma. And I agree. Wholeheartedly. Believe me, y'all, I am right on that train with y'all. And I think this is an opportunity. Like I said, I cannot name the last time I've seen a dark comedy that had an all-black cast. This is what this is. This is a satirical look at the black church. The scandal that happens, it's not heavy-handed, so it doesn't take you out of the film to where you feel like depressed and sad, but you understand the context of what's happening, and then it kind of helps shift your viewpoint of Lee Curtis. But I do feel like this is another one of those films that black people, in terms of the content and the genre, have been saying that they want, because they want something different. So we have to support that. That's why, you know, I absolutely recommend that you do check out Honk for Jesus, Save Your Soul, because it is funny. It has dry humor. It has some outright humor. If you don't like a dark comedy, this might not be for you. But if you don't mind a dark comedy, and if you don't mind laughing at shit that you probably shouldn't be laughing at, then I would highly, highly, highly recommend you check it out. It is an entertaining watch. I wouldn't necessarily say watch it with the family, because it ain't that. It surprisingly had some scenes that I was like, oh, okay, I'm glad ain't no kids in this movie theater. But I do recommend y'all check it out. Now, you know, I don't know how your pockets is looking, so if you cannot afford to go to the movie theater right now and streaming it is more within your budget, then I ain't mad at you. Go ahead and stream it. But if you are able to go to the movie theater, I would love to say go to the movie theater and check this out. We go to the actual theaters, get those box numbers up, and studios can see that, okay, black film goers, but just film goers in general, are going to support these films, so let's start putting more money behind them. Then y'all, we can start getting movies that are not slave movies, and that aren't civil rights movies, and aren't just biopics. We can actually get some diversity in film. That's all I'm saying. But let me know your thoughts below, y'all. I feel like it's going to be kind of controversial, and I know it's going to be a bunch of people who don't agree with me, because the rating for this movie so far has not been high, but I don't give a damn. Like I said, Sister Girl on Films, I enjoyed this film. Like I said, it is a dark comedy. I love a dark comedy. I love the performances. I like that they didn't give a damn, and they touched on a very controversial subject matter. Okay? And they said, and who gonna check me, boo? And I loved it, okay? I liked it. I didn't love it. I liked it a lot, though. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below, respectfully, because y'all know I stay blocking people when y'all start getting out of pocket. But respectfully, let me know your thoughts below. And as always, y'all, like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'm going to see y'all next time for something else. Thank y'all so much for y'all support, and I'm gonna see y'all next time.
Better stay tuned in. So lay back, get into the vibe, in the mood. Real reviews from a sister's point of view. Trailer reactions, movies and TV.